Well, hello, fellow Marvelites and fans of Marvel animation. Today is a glorious day because we got to see the trailer for the X-Men 97, highly anticipated return of the 90s X-Men, but you probably have seen it quite a lot of time. I can guarantee you probably missed some really cool references and foreshadows that are hidden in this trailer. So today what we're gonna do here is we're going to go frame by frame on this trailer, and we're gonna find out what you probably have missed. But before I do that, a gentle reminder, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll be doing a lot of videos about Marvel animation right here. Alright, let's get started. First of all, we start with this awesome throwback to the 90s. If you are a kid of the 90s like me, you know this is just feels awesome, but you might have missed the VHS tapes on top of the TV. It says X-Men Xmas Special, which is an episode of the epic X-Men cartoons, and something else I can't read. Now we have also, like, we're looking at a action figure of Colossus from the Uncanny X-Men. That's a real figure actually, and then a photo of Jean and Scott. Alright, let's get to it. Let's get started. We get in this Saturday, check your local listing, talking about the last episode. This was an ad that was broadcast back in the day in every station where the cartoons were actually airing, telling people that the last episode of the series finale, is here. But little did they know, at this show we'll come back and we're looking at the last part of the final episode, some junky animation, because that whole last season had terrible animation, but still very good stories. And we're looking at some of the last images from that episode when Charles Xavier left Earth with Lilandra and left the X-Men to Magneto. What is gonna happen? We thought that was it. We thought we'd never know the answers, but thanks to Marvel Studios, Marvel Animation is bringing X-Men 97. Let's keep going here and see what else you might have missed. Well, first of all, we have Marvel Animation. This is the first time we see Marvel Animation as a logo, and here we're looking at the brand new animation style, colors. It's 16:9. Pretty awesome. And here you might have this, something is going on. We can see here in the back Callisto and Caliban, the Morlocks that were made famous in this same cartoon, and something is happening. Callisto is dragging Caliban away back to the sewers, I guess. And there's some, you can see that some of the lights going on, so that's clearly the Sentinels looking for mutants. It seems that our beloved mutants still have to deal with the Sentinels. We'll see that later. Hipskate Potty. There is someone here missing. I don't think it's someone we know yet, or maybe it's just a random dude missing. You see things that, like people probably run away. There's something that happened here. You can see like the all these rollerblades just thrown on the ground. I guess something must have happened suddenly. Is this an attack of the Sentinels? Maybe. And then we have this thing here, and this is pretty awesome. This is actually, it says the Daily Bugle. So again, if you don't remember this, but Spider-Man, the 90s cartoon, actually there was an episode where there was both X-Men and Spider-Man teaming up. It was a crossover. It was an amazing crossover episode. I remember when I saw it, it was insane to see these two franchises collaborating for the first time on an animation. Daily Bugle Inside Scoop Mutant Fashion Show, right? And we have here a couple mutants that we can see here. Is this? I don't think like this looks like Banshee. It's not Banshee. You've seen Banshee in the cartoon before. And then we have the other mutant. I can't remember her name right now, but she's a mutant. She was part of Grant Morrison X-Men run, I think. Is it Salha? I can't remember her name. And then we have here, is Spider-Man a mutant? And then a Hellfire Gala. Is Spider-Man a mutant? Wow, alright, so are we going to see Spider-Man in this cartoon? Are we gonna maybe get a revival of the Spider-Man from the 90s? I certainly hope so. And let's keep going again. Here we have, looks like it's a memorial. Maybe this is the desk of Charles Xavier. We have here a picture of him in an old wheelchair, not the golden yellow one that we used to. This seems like a memorial, you know, like the children of the atom leaving some candles, and I love you, to the dear Professor Charles, who is not of this world anymore. But he's not dead, right? He's not. But I don't know who this is. I mean, clearly it's not Charles. Charles left with Lilandra. So this is absolutely a mystery. And then we have the good old Friends of Humanity. As you can see here, they're still hating on mutants. Stop mutants, evolution is a lie. Back to where he came from, down with mutants. And yes, the Friends of Humanity, who actually were pretty hateful in the old cartoon, are back in X-Men 97. This is the first time we're seeing animation here, and there was a lot of people talking about, is this 3D? Is this 2D? Well, we'll talk about that maybe later. Is this the army? We don't know who these guys. Is this the mutant control army? Who are these guys? This is it seems like this is the army, the UN army, I think. And someone is activating the Sentinels. I don't know who this guy is, but this is the Sentinels are coming back, and we'll see them later on. Is that Master Mold? Could it be? We don't know. And here we have a pretty awesome look here. We're looking at, this is Magneto here in the middle, and this is very reminiscent of the popular Trial of Magneto comic book. The first one where actually he was wearing this exact same outfit was around the Chris Claremont era back in the day, which I think this is what they're gonna adapt. I don't know, I hope so. But yes, Magneto is on trial. I don't know when this is gonna happen, but it's pretty crazy. And the X-Mansion in here in beautiful, beautiful colors. And this is probably the future we're looking at here. I think Cable is gonna make a comeback, and this is Magneto and Professor X. And they probably created an utopia, or at least in some possible future. Seems very Egyptian. Is Apocalypse part of it as well? I don't know, but I'm very excited. And then we have our first look at the shadows of the mutants. Our X-Men and Cyclops is here. Gambit, smooth animation. Storm, doing an electrifying walk. And Wolverine. Again, this looks pretty good. Look at that. First look at the team together talking. For those of you, some people are saying it's 2D, it's 3D. Well, it is using 3D, but then it's drawn over it with 2D. So it's 2D with a blend of 3D, which makes it look very, very cool. I think it's awesome. I think it looks real awesome. It looks new, but also reminiscent of the old cartoon. And then we have the rivalry between Wolverine and Cyclops, who seems to be taking or leading the team as he should be. Fox should have known this. Look at that beautiful storm lightning. Wow, this is the animation and things that we couldn't get back in the 90s. The X-Men return. Indeed, they do. And we're looking at that same Egyptian-looking thing. I think that's again has to do with Apocalypse. Cable, I think Cable is already confirmed, so I'm not going to be surprised if Apocalypse is going to be here. But yes, this is looking fantastic. There we go. This is where I think this is some futuristic Egypt, or is this Egypt? It's back in the day. I don't know. Jubilee is back as well. She was the point of view of the audience, and now we're looking at the characters here. And take a look at Morph, who looks like we remembered him, but he won't look like that forever, actually. In Gambit, Wolverine with his yellow shirt and brown jacket. I actually have a jacket like that, and I love it. It's very comfy. Rogue is there. Bishop, who looks a bit different, more modernized hairstyle. The lighting and the atmosphere feels awesome. I cannot wait. And here we have a great development for Jean and Scott. Jean is pregnant. Who is she pregnant with? Probably Cable. Nathaniel Summers. Just look at that animation, man. It's really smooth. It looks awesome. I love the style. And we have the X-Men here facing a Sentinel. And you can see Morph already looking quite different. Now, we'll probably do a whole episode about why Morph looks like that. And this is the highlight of the trailer. Look at that beautiful animation. Look at the details. Wolverine is running. Gambit on his back and he's going to kinetically charge his claws. This is what I'm talking about. This is gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. Beautiful animation. Everything looks awesome. I love it. Whether it's 3D, this is okay. Hold on. This is when Cyclops is to me my X-Men, and that was just what a line. And Rogue is bringing Beast, and here's Wolverine, Bishop, and all the team. And look at Morph. Well, why Morph looks like that? Morph is based on the character Changeling, and Changeling looks exactly like that in the comics. So look at the hair moving. Dude, this is perfect. I am so happy. I am so happy that I brought this channel back. That's how happy I am. And this channel is going to be now focused on Marvel animation in general. So make sure to subscribe, guys. But we're not done yet because there is a stinger. There is a scene at the end. Last will and testament of Charles Xavier. And apparently he left everything to Magneto. But Magneto is kind of sound evil. The team who were playing basketball or baseball. Who's moving the book? Because the book has metal on it. See, they have this cool little thing. You see that yellow thing? Because the book has a bit of metal, that's how Magneto is moving it and sending it to Cyclops, telling him, read, I own everything that Charles had, including the X-Men. Wow, and Jean is looking like month 7, 8, maybe? She's about to give birth. This is quite interesting. I love the fact that there's going to be some unexpected character development. The X-Men are not going to be happy now. They have to follow Magneto, Charles, Lencher, Magnus Lencher. They used to call him Magnus a lot in this cartoon. I'm not sure about all the voices sound great. I'm not sure about Magneto's voice yet. That might change in the future when we hear more. When is this coming out? It's coming out on March 20th this year. Get excited because this is going to be a crazy ride. X-Men 97. It's back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.